Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahir Naeem and I am teaching you e-commerce. I have taught you 7 lecture in today. I have taught you 7 lecture in today's 8 lecture. Title is IP classes. This is the outline of our today lecture. First of all, we will discuss IP classes. Then we will discuss conversion of IP addresses and decimal to binary and binary to decimal numbers, and then we will discuss IP address classes. Then we will discuss to host and network bits. Then we will discuss IP address conversion. Then we will discuss domain hierarchy, and then we will discuss name resolution. First of all, we will discuss IP addresses. IP address is basically IP address stands for Internet Protocol address. It is the address of machine in the network. It is the address of machine in the network. We can define it as a numerical label assigned to each device connected to a computer network using Internet Protocol for communication. There are two versions of IP addresses, namely IP version 4 and IP version 6. IP version 4 is the most widely used version, consists of 32 bits. IP version 4 is replaced by IP version 6 because of shortcoming in security and having limited number of space for new addresses, and IP version 6 was introduced. IP version 6 have 128 bits. So here I am giving you an example of a network. The IP address is given is 140.57.220.200. The 140.57 is the network address, while the 220.200 is the machine address, while 220.200 is the network address, while the 220.200 is the host address. So here conversion of an IP address, whenever this is the most widely used conversion method of IP addresses. Here IP address is given, namely 140.57.220.200. Here the IP address consists of 4 bytes, this is IP version 4 address. So here we will individually write 140, 57, 220, 200. So first of all, how we will convert it to into binary address. So here every digits represents a certain number. Here the first one is equal to 1, the second one is equal to 2, the third one equal to 4, the fourth one is equal to 8, the fifth one is equal to 16, and the sixth one is equal to 32, and the seventh one is equal to 64, and the eighth one is 128. So here we have 140. So what we will do, we will turn on this 128-bit position address number. Here we will have 128. Then we will add the fourth position number, which is equal to 8, and then we will turn on the third position which is equal to 4. So we will add all these number 128, 4 and 4, and this number will be equal to this number. So this is the easiest way of changing in a decimal IP address into a binary IP address. Here is another method of converting a decimal number into a binary number. As we know from the previous slide that 57 stands for 00111001. So here we have a number 57, a decimal number. so we want to convert into a binary number. So this is also called LCM method, least common multiplier method. So here it's 57 and we will divide it, we will take it LCM by 2. So 2 into 57 we will divide it and it will 28 28 and 1 will be remainder. So then again we will divide it by 2. So here the result will be 14 and there will be no remainder. Then again we will divide by 2 and the result will be 7 and no remainder. Then again we will divide it by 2 where 2 3s are 6 and remainder will be 1. Then again we will divide it by 2 where 2 1s are 2 and 1 will be remainder. Then we will take these number 1 1 0 0 0 1. So here 1 1 1 0 0 1. So these are six numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and as we know that there are 8 bits in a single byte, so we will append 0 0 to at the last of the address, and this will be equal to 57. So here we will convert a binary number to a decimal number. Same 57 number is we know from the previous slide. We will take this number into binary form. So what we will do, we will so here we will first we will start from there 1 and we will multiply it with the 2 raised to power 0, and then we will take 0 and then we will multiply with the 2 raised to power 1. Then we will take 0 and then we will multiply with the 2 raised to power 3. Then we will take 1 and multiply with the 2 raised to power 4, and then this one 2 raised to power 5, this one 2 raised to power 6, and this 0 0, and this is our corresponding. This is the method of converting binary into decimal number. IP address classes. So IP address can be classified into different classes. So we will discuss it here in this slide. So IP address can be classified in different classes, namely A, B, C, D, E. So first of all, network number starts with 0. As we know that the biggest number is equal to 127. So any number first byte, how will so any number that is in the range of between 0 and to 127 is the class A network, and any number between 128 and to 191 is called class B network, or we can in binary term we can say 100000010 up to 1011111 is class B addresses. And how will we will find the class of address? So for it is a simple method. We will look into the first byte of our IP addresses, which is thoroughly explained in the next slides. So any number that is falls in the range of 192 into 223 is the class C address, and any number between the 224 up to 255 is comprised of D and E number, which these are specially for multicast and experimental groups, while mostly we use A, B, C addresses. And as we know, the first byte tells network classes. So for when we will look at the first byte is explained in the next slide, then we can know the class of address. So here we will in this topic we will discuss how we will find the host bits and network bits. So as we know from the previous slide, there are three classes. Class A address basically having a large networks, or networks having large number of having a large networks. So here we have three bytes is reserved for host or machine addresses, while 1 bytes is used for a network address. As you can know by looking the figure, that 1 byte is reserved for the network addresses, while 3 bytes are reserved for the host addresses. Class B address is basically used for medium networks, or having a network having medium type. In this type of network, we have 2 bytes reserved for network, while 2 bytes are reserved for host address, as you can see here in the figure. While the Class C address is basically used for small networks, or networks having very limited number of hosts. Here basically you reserve network address. 3 bytes is reserved for network address, while 1 byte is reserved for host machine address. So here I will further explain. This is example 57.220.40.55. As we can know that this is we classify into Class A address. Why? Because as I have explained in the previous slide, that this falls into 0 and to 127. Anything falling between the first byte falling between the 0 to 27 is the Class A address. And as we have explained earlier in the slides, that Class A address having one byte is network address, while the 3 bytes are reserved for host address or machine address. So here this is Class B address. How can we find, as we have discussed in previous slide, that this is 130 is greater than 127. So this falls in Class B address. And as we have discussed previously, that in Class B address 2 bytes are reserved for network address, while 2 bytes is reserved for host address. So the last example is of Class C addresses. Class C addresses, as we can know that it is greater than the 192. As we discussed in previous classes, that 200 is greater than 192, and this falls into Class C addresses. Class C address, as we have discussed earlier, that in Class C addresses there are 3 bytes reserved for for network addresses, while the last byte is reserved for machine address. So here IP address conversion, how we will convert in IP address. Here I am giving you example of a URL www.cs.vu.edu. Normally when we type in the browser, we type this type of addresses, and it is automatically converted into IP addresses. IP addresses here, IP address is represented in the decimal number, and this is decimal IP address. While it is easy for a human to understand the decimal IP address. So here, how do we get IP address? So who does this conversion? Basically, a domain name server translates the domain name to IP address. So how our next topic is how IP address conversion is performed. Basically, I will show you. So here I am giving example of ecom.cs.vu.edu. So this URL has many parts. We will discuss each part. Normally our URL has 4 parts. The first part is a web server or scheme of the address, while the second part consists of subdomain or domain, or it shows us a place where the where our data is stored, while the third show second level domain. SLD stand for second level domain, while the EDU stand for top level domain. While top level domain is basically that which category it belongs to. It belongs in the education department, in education category. While in education category it belongs to virtual university, while in virtual university it belongs to computer science, while in computer science it belongs to e-commerce. So this is the address theme. So domain name hierarchy, basically domain can be divided into different parts or different subparts. So here I am giving you a generic example that how a domain have hierarchy. So here I am giving you example that EDU stand for, as you can guess, EDU stand for education, GOV stand for government, and NET stand for network, ORG stand for organization, .com stand for commerce, .pk represent and Pakistan, and INT international. While EDU can be further divided into Cohort University or Peshawar University, while Cohort University can be further divided into computer science and management science, while computer science can be further divided into e-commerce 1, e-commerce 2. So this is the generic domain hierarchy, and there are many domain hierarchy possible. So I am giving you just a generic example of domain hierarchy. So name resolution, or next topic is name resolution. How name is resolved? So first of all, clients open a web browser and writes ecom.ces.vu.edu. As you can see, this is the first process. So when we type this address, it is sent to local name server. Local name server will send this address to root name server, as it is shown in the second step is shown here. So the second step, root name server will respond, as we know that edu.vu is the root server. So this root server respond with its own IP address. The local name server then sends this address to vu name server. Vu name server is shown by 4. So the fifth step involves that the vu name server sends cs.vu.edu. It sends the address of cs name server. So local name server sends it to cs name server, and so a cs name server sends the complete IP address of the corresponding URL. So here local name server stores this IP address as well as forward this request to the client. So this is the 8th address. So these are the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one is 8th one. So this is the whole process of name resolution. Here I have the references from where I have prepared my material. Thank you. If you have any question regarding today's lecture, feel free to email me given at the end of the slide. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.